Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am excited to be here with you today. We are talking about the guidance that you can glean from this Taurus cycle, astrological cycle. Each astro cycle is an opportunity to look at an area of our business from a unique lens, and it's also an opportunity to move the meter in a particular area. So, in addition to all the guidance that the cosmos can provide in terms of marketing itself, today I'm going to share with you the lens that Taurus brings for our systems and structures. All right, I am Sherry Moyse. I am here to guide you in all things business astrology to support you in your marketing and planning with the intention that you are connecting with more soul clients and growing your business in a way that not only builds income and impact, but that feels good too. All right, so let's dive into the guidance that this Taurus cycle has to bring us. We are wrapping up this cycle. We've got another few days left, and I think this is a great time to do an audit of our systems and structures and really take a look at what is and isn't serving us. That way, when we get into the next cycle in Gemini, where we can get a bigger 30,000-foot view and research and get more curious, we've got some things to take with us. All right, here's what I know. And been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We can really complicate our systems and structures, adding technology and steps where they don't necessarily really serve us, or on the opposite end, having big gaps in our systems and structures that keep us working harder and not smarter. When I first got really ramping up to go full time in my business, I was working with a coach and a team, and they were very, very tech forward and insisted that I have all of these different pieces in place. There were so many different systems and things I was using that I could barely keep track of them, let alone leverage them to really have a powerful client journey. And what Taurus tells us is that we want to have a client journey that feels good, that really grounds our business, that brings our clients in and makes them feel safe, secure, supported, and that is really pleasurable for both them and for us. And when we either have missing gaps or when we've got too many pieces of the puzzle and we're not working smart, we can inadvertently create a lot of busy work or extra effort that isn't necessarily moving the business forward. So I want to give you some basic questions to be asking yourself. The big overall question to ask is, what are the basic, can't live without because they make my life easier and my client journey more successful? What are those systems and structures that you have? That could be anything from your scheduling software, your email system. It could be your website. It could be something with social media. What are the basics? When you strip it back, if you had nothing else, these things would move someone from interest, curiosity, to client. What are those pieces? What are those systems and structures? So that's the first big picture view that I like to look at. And if I told you you could only have 3 to 5 things in that structure, what would they be? What are the things that are really most powerful and most important for you? Maybe you do a lot of video. So one of the systems and structures you need is a way to get your videos out in the world, a way to edit them, those kinds of pieces. So that's going to be a really important system for you. For someone else who doesn't do a lot of video, those pieces may not be important. So really looking at the delivery of the things that you bring and how you connect with clients. If you are someone who networks more than does online, having business cards is going to be important. If you're mostly online, maybe that's not so important. So Things like that are what we want to look at big picture. So the next step is to do an audit and base it on your client journey from that, again, discovery of you to becoming a client to moving to a past client, someone that can rave and refer you. And then look at all of those pieces you have in place, write them down. What are the things that you utilize, that you work with, the tools in your toolbox to connect with potential clients? Write them all out. What are the pieces that get activated when somebody's interested in working with you? What are the pieces that get activated when someone becomes a client? And then what happens throughout that client journey? If you have someone who comes in, they're part of a membership site, you obviously have that tech, you've got those pieces of access. And then how are you offboarding, moving those people to past clients? What does that look like? And then once you've got that list, write all those things down. Likely it'll be slightly longer than maybe you would like. I've been curing my list down and curating it down as much as possible. My goal is to have it streamlined. Less is more, because otherwise you end up paying for things that you really don't need. And I haven't found an all-in-one solution, and I'm not, we can bring in some experts, and I would love for you to note below, give me some comments, like what tools are you using in your business that you just love, 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 and could not live without? They make your life easier. They make your clients' life easier. Those are the tools we want to lean into and leverage. Taurus loves those things, and that's what we want to bring to the forefront. So as you look at that list, ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 5, does this piece of tech or process really move the meter? And one aspect of that, and when I think of moving the meter, not only does it move someone through the client journey, but is it rinse and repeatable? Taurus can get the bad rap of being like the lazy zodiac sign. We think of like Ferdinand the Bull. But really, Taurus wants us to have these really solid systems and structures so that we are working smarter, not harder. That's really what this energy is about. We're building things for the long term that serve us in the long term. So, does it move the meter in the journey? And is it rinse and repeatable? Does it support your client or potential client on the journey? Does it help them to get to know you better? Does it help them to understand where all the things they have access to are? Does it make it easier for them to connect with you? Is it supporting the client, or is it confusing? I'm sure, like me, you've come across different systems and structures that other folks have had as you've gotten into their programs or gone to work with them, and it's super confusing. How do I make an appointment with you? How do I find the curriculum? Where is everything? Is it supporting your client on the journey? Scale of 0 to 5. And then, does the amount of time, money, and energy, this is where Taurus gets really curious, because it's resources. These are resources in your business. Does the amount of time, money, and energy you're investing in this particular tool or resource or process, this could be a VA you have, it could be some things you outsource, it can be anything. Does it really move the meter? Or is it just pretty and fluff? I knew that I had a system in place for doing webinars that was really high tech and really wasn't moving the meter in my business and was costing me a lot of money. So on a scale of 0 to 5, it was a 0. So I eliminated that because I had other ways that I could do it with tools that I was using all the time, like Zoom, for example, that made more sense. And so simplifying is really important. Taurus wants us to simplify. So is the investment in that resource giving you the bang for your buck that you need? And then the last question to ask is, as my business grows, because here we want to build this business, we want to grow the business, will this system or structure grow with it? or will you outgrow it? And sometimes that's okay. I will very regularly tell folks earlier on in their journey to keep it as simple, simple, simple as possible until they know exactly what that client journey is going to look like and what they need. So there's some great, all-in-one-ish tools. We can't do it for everything, but like MailerLite, for example, you can create a landing page in it and you can email your folks and you can do an opt-in through it. And for the beginning, that's just fine. And it may be fine for the long haul, but it may or may not grow with you. Other things will grow with you, and you may be at a point where that's important. But knowing that, okay, at some point I'm going to outgrow this, I'm going to need the next thing, or this is something that I can continue to leverage and grow with. Really important pieces. All right, quick recap. This cycle, as we complete this cycle, we really want to be looking at our business through that Taurus lens so that we are building and growing something that is sustainable. And the biggest pieces that we work with every day, and Taurus, earth energy, it's the day in, day out processes that we're working with. It's the core foundational systems and structures. It's that laptop you're using. It's your phone. It's Canva. It's all those pieces. Are they serving you and your clients? Are they moving the meter in your business? Dive in, get curious, and ask yourself those really basic questions. What are the basics that I can't live without? Because they make things easier for myself and my clients. What are those systems and structures? This is a really powerful thing to do on the regular, because I think we can get caught up in, oh, well, I bought that and I got that. Most people in my world are collector of things. And before we get into Gemini cycle, where we want to collect things and learn more, I think this is like that gateway piece to have in place first, to know, okay, maybe there is a gap. Maybe there is a frustration for you or for your clients. And so knowing that will let you explore that in Gemini season, or finding ways to simplify will feel really good, to let go of some things that aren't serving you as well. All right, my friends, I hope that you found this helpful and supportive. I'd love to know what your takeaways are, what you're looking at, where you might begin wanting to get curious about your own systems and structures. Maybe if you've got questions about tools and tips, let me know. Drop the note in the comments below. I'll be checking back in the next couple days as we do. What's great is we've got another Taurus. We have a Taurus new moon on Friday, even though we're moving into Gemini cycle. So we can also use this. We're still in this big, powerful, beautiful Taurus energy. So take advantage of it. Leverage it for you and your business. It will serve you in the long run. All right, my friends, so great to be here with you. I will see you next time. And until then, remember, all it takes is a little bit of heart power. See you soon.